I I don't have words for what I'm about to show you, so I'm just gonna play it and we're gonna go from there.
Hartikainen ampumaan oikealta lähtee hakemaan linjat sieltä aika näyttävä.
Yeah, I'm with the goalie here, wondering what the hell just happened. Look at the guy. He's like, what? I've watched this at least a dozen times now, and I'm still not sure. Harikainen is a left-handed shooter, so still in the traditional stance, so to speak, he appears to flip the puck up onto the front tip of his blade. Then, taking his left hand completely off the stick and using just his right wrist, he makes this swooping motion, keeping the puck on the front tip of the blade, but almost kind of in a backhanded scoop, he flips it up towards the net, I think. I don't know, but the sheer amount of wrist strength to pull this off is just extremely impressive. Now, it's super unfortunate that he missed this. It looks to me as if he just hits the crossbar, but I think this has got to be, hands down, the nicest non-goal of all time, for whatever that's worth. I know some would fall into the camp of if it didn't go in, it was a wasted shot, so I'll let you decide on that. But then there's the other question. Would it have even counted? And I'm honestly not too sure. Referencing the IIHF, the International Ice Hockey Federation's rulebook, Section 11, Rules 177 and 178 seem to shed some light. Now, similar to the NHL, in Rule 177, it states the skater is allowed to use the full width of the ice so long as he demonstrates continuous forward or lateral movement of both his body and the puck towards the goal net. Now, right off the bat, there's an argument to be made that he does not, as this is always a conversation in these kinds of goals, and in the shootout in general, it's a bit of a gray area, and it doesn't always get called, so we'll move on, because what is more damning is Rule 178, which states, the lacrosse-like maneuver in which a skater flips the puck onto the blade of a stick and skates with it in this fashion is not allowed. Based on that, I have a suspicion this wouldn't have counted regardless, as whether he's using just one hand or not, this is exactly what he's doing here, in my opinion. But either way, I'm still picking up my jaw off the floor with this one. Just a beautiful effort here, and I wanted to show you guys. And just to finish the video off, a bit more on Harikainen. He was actually drafted 163rd overall in the 2008 draft by the Oilers. He was seen as a power forward who had tremendous skill, but what seemed to have ultimately held him back from becoming a true NHL star was unfortunately his skating. Sometimes it just doesn't work out from one league to the next, and after playing just 62 games over the span of 3 seasons in the NHL with the Oilers, he headed back to the KHL and played most of his time there up until this year. All right, let's just watch it one more time. Oh my goodness. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. I know this is not really what I have been doing, but just wanted to quickly do a video on it, and I will see you on the next one.